Co-main event, our boy Merab Dvalishvili, UFC bantamweight champ, defending against arguably the most dangerous guy in the division in Umar Nurmagomedov. Merab plus 275.
Oh, wow.
Umar minus 350 favorite. Everything, again, right around the 250 to 275 range for Merab, and everything around minus 330 to minus 350 for Umar. Thoughts on this matchup? Because it's going to be interesting. Merab's pressure and takedowns versus Umar's, footwork and striking.
Yep.
Not that Umar can't wrestle, but yeah.
Yeah. Man, so this one I actually broke down some notes for us.
Hell yeah. This is
Merab,
the good stuff right here.
Merab, his strengths, relentless pace, pressure, averages a record-breaking number of takedown attempts. Strong wrestling base with chain takedowns and top control. Excellent cardio. I mean, I don't think excellent is even the word.
Yeah, it's
the cardio is ungodly.
Yeah.
Allowing them to overwhelm opponents. Durability and willing to eat shots to impose his game. Path to victory. He's going to have to suffocate Umar with pace. Merab can stick to his strength and apply constant pressure, putting Umar on his back foot, mixing up his strikings, avoiding the guillotine chokes and submissions. I think Merab really needs to tie together his level changes into his striking to kind of get Umar's hands guessing on if it's a shot or not. I don't know how. I would love to see. These are things that when I say I don't know how, as a coach, like I'm excited to see how this unfolds. How does Merab hold a guy like Umar down if and when he does get him down?
Yeah.
What are the routes? What is he going to do to tie the legs up? What kind of attacks is he going to have? And, even like on the other side of that, it's like, is Umar going to look to be offensive? Is he going to look to hit switches and stay on top himself? When you see guys that are so good at topside wrestling, sometimes they're not very good off their back. But do you want to engage in these entanglements with somebody like Merab over and over and over again?
Right.
Especially who will, in a 5-round fight, and we know what his gas tank looks like, shit, he's okay grappling you for 25 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's going to come out of the other end of that. So that's what I got for that. Umar, hey, unbeaten record. He's a freaking Khabib prodigy, right? Skilled submissions, crisp striking. When I write down crisp striking, this guy can do it very well out of both stances. Knockout power out of both stances. We saw him hit Hani Bahalos or whatever the guy's name with that overeem. Feint the knee, step into the hook, add on his offense right after that. Those are high-level things. And when I talk to Manel Kopp spars Umar all the time. And Manel, in my mind, is one of the best strikers in the game. Mm-hmm. And when Manel tells me that Umar's better than him in striking or damn near close, I got to take Manel's word for it.
Yeah.
So that, to me, is going to be a little bit of the chess game now. You got a guy like Umar who can snipe you and can catch you running into things, which we've seen Merab kind of run into certain things. And you have a guy that can move and strike out of both stances and get in and out. That will be, to me, kind of that chess game and how they do it. The biggest thing I wrote here for Umar is manage your pace. How do you manage the pace? That is my biggest key.
Yeah.
Like I want to see how Umar manages Merab's pace for 5 rounds. How do you do it?
Yeah.
Right? How do you do it? The guy that was maybe striking wise as close to Umar was Piotr Jan, right?
Yeah.
Striking wise.
Yeah. I was thinking Moraes too, but Moraes is more like karate, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. To play devil's advocate though on the pace thing, what if someone were to say, well, he just went 5 rounds with Sandhagen? How is that different than going 5 rounds with Merab? Like in terms of pacing? Because he looked good after 5 rounds with Sandhagen.
The up-down. Yeah. The up-down pacing.
Yeah.
Another human being draped on top of you trying to hold you down and fighting your way up and then getting up and then getting taken right back down again and not allowing that to be a mental break in your game. Right? Where it just becomes discouraging.
Yeah.
But Merab has to tie in the threat of the level change and the takedown into his striking to make Umar feel as if that the up-down threat will be there. If Merab is just hands and just kicks and then makes it a la carte where it's hands, kicks, 2 strikes, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
That's going to be a problem. You can't order a meal at 2 different restaurants. It doesn't taste good.
I love these fucking.
Right?
I love when you do that.
You just
You
can't.
have the best analogies, bro.
You just
it's the
can't.
best thing.
No
ever.
one likes Chinese Mexican food.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe somebody out there might, but
I'm sure there
you know.
is. Yeah.
But you gotta blend. You gotta blend it together.
Yeah.
You gotta blend it together. You gotta make it cohesive.
Yeah.
And if you don't, Umar will pick you apart in the boxing, and he's able to read your shot selection when it happens.
Yeah. Man, I'm so interested in that fight because, yeah, I want to see, because it's going to be like, and you tell me, I would imagine Merab at its core, game plan is move forward and pressure.
Yep.
Umar at its core, the game plan is probably keep Merab on the back foot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you who can impose their will, I guess, the most?
We always say pressure release. Pressure release when you can be out of both stances.
Yeah.
Put pressure on, release the pressure because you're going to get the bull. But then you got to play Matador, and then that's when you see the car crashes, the collisions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, pressure release. Oop, I'm gone. Oop, there's my shake step. Bang! Hit him with something.
Yeah.
So that's, if I think if Umar wins, I think that's the fashion that he wins it in. I think he's gonna have to knock Merab out.
Yeah.
And if Merab wins, I think he suffocates him.
Yeah.
I just think it's a relentless 5-round decision like we saw against O'Malley. He's gonna stay on him and grind on him.
True or false? If the fight gets to the championship rounds, it's Merab's to lose.
I would say true. Stylistically, and what we've seen out of Merab, I would say that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm
I
excited.
think the later it goes, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. And then I look at it too, it's like, even if it's 2-2 going into 5, I think I would lean on Merab just because I know what his cardio looks like. You know, and he can get those takedowns. He can make it kind of an ugly 5th round.
Yeah.
Maybe not a lot of action, but you're like, oh, right. Merab fucking held him on the cage the whole time or took him down.
Yeah.
Win goes to him.
Yeah.
Right?
Man, I'm so excited for that fight because it really is like a battle of wills.
Great fight.
Umar got to keep him away and Merab got to just be going forward.
Great
the whole
fight,
time.
man. I'm excited for it too.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna pick Merab. Because he's been a guest on Versus, obviously.
There you go.
So I'm gonna be cheering for Merab to win. But yeah, great fight. And if Umar were to win, great fights at bantamweight. Sean, the rematch with Corey.
Yeah.
Jan. Song Yadong even. Like if he could beat Cejudo,
right,
which I think he does. There's gonna be some good matchups at 135.